Hello guys, my name is IronMac117 and today this is my first ever TV show review that I've ever done on the channel for Daredevil Born Again episode 1 and 2. And as soon as I started speaking, I really need to sneeze. It's really annoying. It's gone. Good. Okay, fuck. It's going to come back. I'm like, of course, as soon as I start speaking, now I need to sneeze. Fucking hell. Anyway, some comedy there. Anyway, so yeah, first ever TV show review I've ever done on the channel. I've done movies. I don't think I've done video games either. But yeah, I was thinking about doing Invincible back when it first started, but just never really quite happened. And I've just been, every night it comes out, I'm busy those nights and stuff like that. So yeah, I never really get time to do a review on them. But Daredevil kind of works. It comes out in the middle of the day on Wednesday. And yeah, I can do the review here. Anyway, so Daredevil Born Again. So the first two episodes are out on Disney Plus if people are wondering, and I am going to be just basically reviewing these two together. I think it's easier. I'm a big fan of that first Daredevil show, man, the Netflix one. And I would argue that is the best superhero show ever. I would say that. And Charlie Cox is Daredevil. He's amazing as Daredevil. Vincent, I always get butcher his last name, but guy who plays Kingpin, amazing. And yeah, they were the two kind of key points that you kind of need to bring back if you're going to do another show. And I'm so happy that this show is a continuation of the Netflix show, because there was a lot of talk that it wasn't going to be that, it was going to be very different. And I'm happy they scrapped all that and made this a continuation. And I think that's the main thing about this show, is that it does feel like a continuation. It does feel like it is just like a couple of years, or I think it's 5 or 10 years or something in the MCU timeline of when season 3 ended. We basically, like, the first episode just starts off with basically the disappearance of Daredevil, I guess, of why he stopped being Daredevil. And it's a pretty big reason why. I won't get into spoilers and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty brutal, and it's quite sad what happens. And and you kind of get a really good fight between him and Bullseye, as we saw in the trailers and stuff. Don't like Bullseye's costume. Love the actor, though. I think he's great as Bullseye. But the fight is brutal. It's pretty fucking brutal, and I love it. Also, Charlie Cox's acting is fucking top. It's just amazing. His performance as this character is so good, and same with Kingpin as well. Just the performances all around are great. There's no like real cringy Marvel dialogue or anything. There was nothing that really stood out like that. There was no like Marvel quips or anything, and that's something I like. There's probably like one character who's like your young, like, oh, look at your social media followers and stuff like that, but that's kind of it. It's nothing really else. So let me make sure I'm focusing. There we go. Focus. Doesn't want to focus today. Don't know what it's doing, eh? It's like going in and out. What the fuck is it doing? Oh, whatever. I'm still here. Yeah, good. Anyway, sorry about that. But there's no, like, so far, no annoying characters. There's no characters that take you out of this story, because it is quite a grim, darker, more serious story, and I like that. That is Daredevil. He kind of needs to be that, you know? And yeah, it works really well in this. It's not so far as dark as the original show, but I'm sure it's going to get there when Mule shows up and stuff like that. But basically the story is, so Daredevil, he's away for, like, you know, something, tragedy happens, and he stops being Daredevil for basically a year at this point. And he's just being a lawyer. He's got a new partner due to reasons. And yeah, and she seems nice as well. So it's like, you know, there is like, I don't like using this term, but more diverse cast, if you will. Can I just hold up? I'm just gonna try something. Yeah. Now that's better. There's more like a diverse cast, if you will, but I don't like using that term because I think that term just usually means it's shit, you know. But I'm fine with the new characters so far. All the new characters have been fine. Once again, no one's come in and made me go, what are you doing in this show? So, I'll give it that. I like Daredevil's new costume as well. I do like his new costume. Still would love the double D. That's all I want on his costume. It definitely does, like, you know, hint to episodes to come of certain things. Punisher's been hinted and stuff like that. And it really does follow that story of Kingpin becoming mayor and bringing in the kind of no more vigilantes type story. That is what he's basically running with throughout this this series. Still making sure. It's just kind of a bit weird. I don't know why. See, I have no idea what it's doing now. Anyway. I don't know. It just keeps like going in and see how it's like not clear there? I have no idea what is going on. The camera has days where it's like, we're going to be really annoying today. Yeah, and that's kind of the story. So Kingpin just basically becomes mayor and he wants to get rid of all vigilantes. There's no mention of Spider-Man. They've mentioned White Tiger. They mentioned Daredevil. And White Tiger does play a big part in the story so far. Basically, his whole gist is that he does a crime and basically Daredevil is, well, Matt Murdock is basically representing him. So that's pretty cool. I think that all works out and that's pretty cool. Yeah, and that kind of direction they're going in there. Yeah, but so far, like, I think the stuff that makes it slightly different to the original Netflix show is, for me, the cinematography is very different. The, I don't know, the color grading is obviously different. There's a lot more music in this as well. I felt like the Netflix show didn't have that much music in it. So that was one thing that kind of threw me off as well. There's a lot more music and background music and stuff like that. Which I'm fine with. If it works, it works. Yeah, but yeah, it definitely is. It's kind of missing the color grading that the Netflix show had. There is definitely some good shots in here. I will give it that. There is some pretty janky CGI though, unfortunately. Like, there's definitely moments where Daredevil is like clearly in a green screen room kind of thing. That is kind of disappointing with certain shots, especially on the rooftops. I don't know why. There's certain shots on the rooftop that just don't look right. I don't know if it was because of reshoots or something. I don't know. But there's definitely scenes where you're like, oh, why does that look really junky? And even there's moments where Daredevil is doing his thing and it just looks very CGI at times, which is a bit disappointing because you kind of go back to that original show and everything looked real. There was never a point where you thought, wow, that looks dumb. So, yeah, which I'm fine with Daredevil being a bit more flippy and using his grapple. I want that. That is Daredevil. He's a very athletic type person. So I'm fine with that. I will say one of the best scenes so far in the show is the scene between Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk sitting in the cafe, as we saw in that clip. That is probably one of the best scenes in the show so far. And obviously the Daredevil vs. Bullseye fight as well. But yeah, man, I mean, there's nothing woke in it so far. There's nothing that's made me go, oh, for God's sakes, nothing like that. Yeah, but everything so far has been fine. I have, as I said, there's nothing that's taken me out of it or made me, like, roll my eyes kind of thing. Because here's I just want to let you guys know, my opinion on here's my ranking of all the Disney Plus Marvel shows. They're all equally shit. I do not like any of them. I don't like Moon Knight. Hawkeye's probably the most bearable. I will say that. I didn't like Loki. I didn't like Echo or She-Hulk or Falcon Winter Soldier's the worst one to me. I could not stand that one. And it's a shame because I love those characters. And WandaVision is also the other one I can probably stand as well. But overall, these shows have just done nothing for me. And the thing is, I love these characters. I love She-Hulk. I love Moon Knight. And unfortunately, their shows are just so bad. And, I hope we get to see these characters again, but just done better in some sort of fashion. Especially Moon Knight. I really love that character. So I definitely hope we get to see him again. But Daredevil so far, this show's been really good. It has hooked me in. There hasn't really been anything that's made me go, oh, I don't know how I feel about that. But I think there's definitely going to be a controversial thing with one certain thing, with one certain character, of what happens to that character. And I think that's going to be definitely something that's going to make people like... It's either going to be you're with it or you're not. I'm kind of in the side of with it because I think it kind of progresses the story quite a bit. But at the same time, I think there are going to be people like, why? So I am curious to see what the majority of the opinion is with that. No Punisher as of yet, I should say. But overall, I'm loving the show so far. I know it's only 2 episodes. I hope the show is 10 out of 10. I really do. So far, for me, it's about an 8 out of 10. As I said, for like cinematography and CGI and stuff. But I think there is a good story here. We still haven't seen anything on the Mjolnir, and I do want to see how he plays into this. I really am curious about how his whole character goes. But yeah, so far, I think the story is really good, and I think I generally hope this show is really fucking good. But yeah, I mean, I just thought I'd show these off as well. Because I got that, I brought that in Marketplace, actually. It's a bit loose, though. That's my only thing I don't like about it. Which, luckily, they are doing a new Daredevil, which I was going to show photos for. And I got Kingpin as well. I mean, hold on. I'll get it up, actually. Sure I can find it on here quickly. See? There it is. Can't really zoom into it, can we? Yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks so good. I'm definitely getting that. Definitely. I wonder if it is it does look like it is using newer parts as well, which is good. That looks like a butterfly joint kind of thing, which I think is good. Well, not even a butterfly. It kind of looks more like what Wolverine's got, actually, now thinking about it. With the Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine. But yeah, definitely getting this. Cannot wait. I hope they do Punisher as well. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And, yeah, I will be doing these reviews every week for the show. So, see you in the next review and next video. Ciao.